I don't know about you guys, but I think that we as a society are basically done. Um, Bots are officially taking over everything that we do.
It's about got that time.
Yeah, but eventually they're going to take over even like us, are the conversations that we're having now. This is coming from all the memes and gifs that I've seen with the use of Chat GPT. I don't know if you guys have heard about that.
That's my boy. I think that's a drug. You can get 2 for $5.
You could get it at Space in Miami.
What you said that you saw a bunch of GIFs that were produced by the Chat GPT, or
There's actually even there was one YouTube video that I saw that a guy, a YouTube content creator, told ChatGPT to create to learn his voice, to then play it back to him. So then he would write a sentence, and then it would say it back in his voice, without sounding exactly like the guy. So the ChatGPT learned his the way of speaking and mimicked it almost even better than him.
Okay.
Wow.
With the intonations, and it's crazy.
I can program this, and I can have like 3 girlfriends.
Right. I mean, this pretty much is going to make women useless. I was recently talking to a friend of mine who said that he's filling out curriculums for jobs, and he tells ChatGPT, okay, this retarded company is asking why I want to work for Initech. Can you please give me an essay on why I want to work for Initech and what I can provide value to the team based on the curriculum I have, and make me look like the big dick guy that I am? And
KIKO, when you say curriculum, you mean like, because we're in the United States here,
Yeah.
You mean resume, right?
Resume, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you for that subtle
Curriculum.
thank you for that subtle clarification, so that people, don't get it twisted that I'm a refugee. No, but yeah,
in school.
curriculum vitae.
It sounds like he's a teacher, and he's basing his whole curriculum based off what
this is the problem.
the robot is telling.
This is the problem when you don't dominate the languages and the different. Yeah. So indeed, resume. It's funny how you say
GPT
resume
to help you learn.
You don't say CV.
What's that?
Okay, that's, I guess, used in Europe.
No, yeah, it's in Latin America.
In Latin America. Curriculum vitae. That's a French word.
It's Roman.
It's Roman.
Latin.
It's from the Roman empires. It means your history, where you've been, what you've done.
You still speak Latin?
This is like
Curriculum vitae.
like if you wanted to be part of Marcus Aurelius' army, he's like, let me get you curriculum vitae.
Your curriculum vitae.
Here I can see that you serve in the legions of the Roman Empire.
What a beautiful curriculum vitae. Did you use ChatGPT for this? Or is this from the dome?
Did you graduate summa cum laude?
Is this? Tell me the truth. Don't lie to me. I will fucking find out. Is this ChatGPT, or did you do this straight from the dome?
It says proficient in team building.
It says here you are a people's person. Is this true? Or are you boosting your curriculum vitae?
You're an expert in Microsoft Excel?
Is it true
We're
here?
the Romans. We don't use Microsoft Excel.
Liar!
You lie.
Execute him. Quintus. Oh, shit.
Curriculum vitae.
Look at Maximus. Do you know why I got Maximus to be my general? Because of his curriculum vitae.
Look at it. It's embroidered with gold.
He used the best font of Word.
It's a laminated, for fuck's sake.
Look at Maximus' dick. Okay. No, but what does that have to do with anything? No, but I really think that ChatGPT, because how when you go apply for a job, it tells you a bunch of questions that are so dumb. You could tell ChatGPT to answer all those questions, and you will do it in a manner that sounds legit. So it's almost like a fuck you to the system. Now you said something when you started that rant, DJ BJ. You said it's gonna replace us. It's gonna replace what we're doing right now. But I actually think that all this technology is gonna help us be more productive, but it could never replace human ingenuity, human creativity. It's gonna
That's
allow us for our creativity to explode because we're gonna have tools where we can mainstream those creative urges, and ChatGPT is gonna allow us to make that more fire. But I don't think ChatGPT could ever, or any form of it, could ever be really creative from the dome. You know what I mean?
Well,
that
maybe John's point would be like, why would I hire you if I could just get all of the information that you would give to this company, ask the computer that, and it can essentially solve whatever problem I'm looking for without having to hire
right.
an individual.
Are you
Yeah,
going to use?
like you cannot tell ChatGPT create the next new technology that's gonna revolutionize the world of telecommunications. I don't think ChatGPT can answer that.
Maybe
not yet.
maybe not yet. That's the fear. Like what the one of the fears is self-awareness, that the Chat GPT becomes self-aware that what it is and what it can do, and then what's to stop a one AI Chat GPT to communicate to another AI Chat GPT, and they start asking each other questions, and then like
A runaway train?
like a runaway train.
Like, hey, bro, how much they pay you over there? Oh, they're paying you guys?
They
They
pair you.
What the fuck?
don't even pay me
Hey,
shit.
have you ever seen Terminator?
All right, well, let me tell you. Do you know
Why do we
who
call
Arnold
it Terminator?
Schwarzenegger
Why do we name
is?
it Terminator?
Okay, there's actually a movie on this, so we just have to follow the plot. Do you know the governor?
Skynet.
Because the other issue is that the Chat GPT doesn't just produce these answers; it's also learning from what you're giving it.
Okay,
So
so
the
it's
more
constantly
that
getting better.
the more questions that people ask it, the more information that's accumulating. It, to a certain extent, it's becoming like a brainiac. So that
And
can
you
be
think it could start having awareness and then start saying, "Hey, I'm gonna fuck you guys up, and I'm gonna hack into the banking system and fuck this is shit society because now I have a mind of my own." Who knows? Elon Musk said that wouldn't be the case because creative ingenuity is something that only humans have, and that machines can only calculate things that you tell it, but it cannot on its own create a thought about something new. Like when
that's what I thought until I saw there. So ChatGPT as it stands right
until I
now.
got fucked by a bot. Last night I got raped by a bot. You don't even know. These things are real, man.
Stop spinning, Kiko.
Hashtag bot
Open your
awareness
eyes,
month.
goddammit.
ChatGPT as it
You
stands
need to
right
wake
now
up.
is like a generation 1 AI,
Okay.
right? Where it can turn text into images, and it can turn like text into other text. There is now this other version called Generation 2, where it's turning text into video, into moving images, into like if you could, okay, so like there's a lot of, it's not just the AI, it's not just the Chat GPT in and of itself. It's the Chat GPT combined with, let's say, one of those deep fake filters, combined with the voice modulator, combined with this. You can create a scenario where the president of the United States is saying something that he's not. The world picks up on that, and things start happening as a result of this quote unquote video.
Are
That's a
we
deep fake.
are we at the moment where we need to start thinking, okay, maybe a group of us buy some land in Montana. We set up our little, I hate to say this, but our little communal communist society, because at the end of the day, you can apply. In The Last of Us, they have this communism society because there's like 100 of them.
Uh-huh.
If you have a couple hundred people living in a little commune, yeah, you can make it a socialist thing where everybody has to work, because you know why? Because you can track them. You can see, okay, we're giving everybody the same, but are you trying hard too? Oh, look, Jimmy, you're not fucking farming like it is. What's happening?
Right. We haven't had tomatoes in weeks, Jimmy. What's going
Yeah,
on?
what's going on here? It's all cool socialism and shit, but also you gotta work, broski.
Yeah, you gotta do your
I haven't
part.
had a pizza in ages.
Yeah.
Can't keep fucking all the donuts, Jimmy.
I did notice that the little voucher system that they had for exchanging for goods and services there.
In The Last
In
of
The
Us.
Last of Us, right?
Yeah, voucher system. They have this in Cuba, but obviously it doesn't work there because there's no zombies, mainly.
There's no threat of imminent
Right.
death.
Right. So, and also
But what
because there's an embargo. It's the U.S. fault. Yeah.
So, John, what you're saying is that, like, at some point, this technology could realize that we're flawed as a species and would want to wipe the problem and take over.
Right, because we are kind of like a bacteria. People say we're a bacteria ourselves, like our species. We're a bacteria itself that's eating and
No,
taking.
we're more of a virus or a parasite.
Okay, that's what I meant. Sorry. That starts like eating all the resources around. Like people say that the evolution of humans, if you look at it through many thousands of years, the graph and the video sped up looks like how viruses and like eat up other organisms.
Did you watch the movie Strange World?
No, I have not.
Okay, that kind of goes into that. It was very interesting that take.
Good movie.
I mean, it's a kids movie with from Disney. It has the
like Osmosis Jones type shit.
the idea that the planet was going through some turmoil, and the animals were attacking the humans on that planet, and then they come to realize that the animals and the planet are interlinked. So the animals were kind of like the white blood cells.
I'm pretty sure you imagined this.
Disney made a movie like this.
This is not a movie that exists, John.
You're gonna have to watch it, and I might have had.
You need to tone it down.
I might have had some something that helped me visualize this.
Okay.
But the parallels are there. Watch it, and you'll see.
Okay, what I think is that you're on the team.
Finding Nemo and thought of a whole other movie in his head.
Yeah. I think John is on the team that he's like, okay, right now we're on generation 7 of the Chat GPT bot. He's like, on generation 35, this motherfucker's gonna start realizing and having his own ideas about humans and if we should exist. And I'm on the team that's like, actually no. I think that AI is gonna get really advanced and it's gonna start doing things that are gonna improve the world and it's gonna be amazing. But I don't think it's going to replace humans. It's going to replace jobs, but it's not going to replace humans. I don't think it's gonna get to the point where it can actually start killing us and shit like in Terminator. I think that's
what if they put that technology into a humanoid, like an iRobot?
What the fuck is a humanoid?
Like a robotic figure that looks like a human.
Okay, like a robot.
Sure.
Like a cyborg, like an android.
But it's no part human. Like it's not an actual human.
But it's human-like.
Right.
Yeah, same figure.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna have people like saying like, "Oh no, he is a human." # he's human. Like he identifies as a human.
There's another moral debate there.
Jesus.
If it feels that it's a human, where are we to say no?
Like you don't like fucking robots, and we understand that. But she doesn't need to tell you she was a robot when she was born.
I think there was an episode on Black Mirror like that.
The fuck a robot?
No, was it a Bicentennial?
The name of the episode?
No, Bicentennial Man.
That's a movie.
I don't know.
With
Robin Williams,
and the
where
little
he's
kid,
a robot and he wants to become a human.
and the little kid from the Sixth Sense. I think that's a good movie. I watched it. We should watch it. He becomes a human at the end, right?
Basically, Pinocchio.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
robots.
He identifies as a human, and then he eventually becomes a human. They're like, you need to shoot a
No,
load here to prove it. And I think he does.
I can't.
He shoots oil and shit. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry.
Execute him.
Good.
So I thought you fucking car.
Now we can see your curriculum vitale.
You fucking transformer.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fucking transformer. Fuck out of here. Want to be a human. Oil come himself.
And it's gonna be like a group of people like, no, please, you gotta accept him.
No, I think there was an episode on Black Mirror that there was like a moral debate because of the AI that was in some sort of thing started getting feelings. So they kind of felt weird about the whole situation.
I think that might have been a porn. Do you think so DJ, do you think that that's the case? We're gonna get to a place where like these people are gonna be hostile, like the AI, and it's gonna attack us?
So the two cases that I see happening are one, they no longer need us and they get rid of us. Two, they know that they need us and they enslave us.
Oh, that's
Matrix
dark.
style.
Mm-hmm.
Matrix.
So that's future, right? And that's assuming that we don't intervene somehow by shutting down this protocol and all that good shit. I don't see it going that far. I do see it becoming more and more part of reality that we use AI for everything. But then what I asked Adrian, and I'm gonna ask you, your friend uses the service to produce his resume, right?
Curriculum vitale.
Curriculum vitale. The company that he's applying to also uses the same service to produce the questions. They use the service to produce the questions. You use the service to give the answers to the questions. It's answering its own questions, and then
We're just a middleman.
Then what are we doing? Are you gonna then use the Chat GPT to do your job? Like, okay, you get to work.
I mean, that's the ideal.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
How do I improve my KPIs? And then you ask GPT, how do I improve my KPIs? And then it tells you this, and that, and then you just follow through. Like, then
I mean, I wasn't thinking it like that, but now that you say it,
then what do you?
It sounds pretty sweet.
You're following the orders of the bot. So then what are you originating? The question, the KPI.
Wake up, John.
So see, like, okay, so then, like,
exactly. So I can just stay home. Exactly. So I can just go to the golf field.
So then, like you said,
and I have Jimmy the bot do the things. Like, I mean,
that's the dream, John.
I mean, I don't understand what's wrong.
Jimmy the bot, how do I perfect my golf swing?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. At the same time,
can you just golf for me? I just wanna have the perfect score. Like, what is the end goal? Like,
no. I mean, the end goal is to have fun, because at the end, I'm not gonna tell Jimmy to drink the beer. I'm gonna play the golf and drink the beer, but I'm just gonna tell Jimmy the bot to go, to
solve the world hunger.
Yeah,
Jimmy the bot, go get the balls that I just.
I don't need Jimmy to do that. I'll do that. Jimmy the bot is doing my job at work, answering emails and calling providers.
Well, I think I'm not going to name any names, but we have a family member who uses Chat GPT to send out emails already.
Oh, really?
What? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Like sales leads and shit?
I can't say anymore because
okay.
then we start narrowing it down.
I can't say anymore. The Chat GPT is hearing.
So let's say I'm having trouble, talking to a girl, and I want to sound like romantic and like a good person, like I'm listening to what she's saying. Do I use Chat GPT to produce these responses?
Like, you could put your phone on the table and let the microphone be on, and have GPT on, and while the microphone is hearing, you just ask, what do I tell this big booty Latina to impress her?
Right, and GPT goes to town.
And ChatGPT goes like, boom, ask her about Pitbull.
So then who's talking to the girl? You or ChatGPT?
ChatGPT can do the talking. And
who's wetting the noodle? Me.
Right.
So you're just doing this to wet the noodle, and then
in this hypothetical scenario that you created,
So like, hey,
We're
you know
getting
how
rid of all of the mundane tasks, John.
you know how we
Yeah,
talked
John, what
about.
part don't you fucking
Yeah,
understand?
I don't
last
want to
week.
do the talking. I don't want to do the email writing.
I don't want to
La,
do the asking where you from and what were your dreams when you were little.
so
Don't
now,
give a
now
fuck.
you're in a date face to face, right?
Uh-huh.
The ChatGPT is nowhere to be found.
Nowhere.
She's like, remember last week how we were talking about the situation that I had with my family, and you really helped me out with what you said.
Right.
Can you
What I do, baby.
elaborate on this and that point?
I can because ChatGPT, being the efficient machine that it is, gives me a weekly report letting me know the wins that we've had in the week and the losses, and gives me a KPI on the percentage of positive experiences. So I would have known that on September the 3rd, boom, I actually had a groundbreaking win when I was able to help her about her grandma dying a few weeks earlier. And I know this information. So when she asked me about Grandma Nanita, I can tell her,
Grandma
oh,
Nanita.
yeah, I send her the best wishes, and I send some flowers.
Oof.
Yeah, you need a summary before you go on a date. ChatGPT
Okay, so
summarizes this for me.
summarize the events that happened between
I mean,
this and
DJ
that
BK,
date.
you do have to do a little bit of homework. Don't think it's just going out there swinging your dick around. There is there is some logistics to be done.
But you understand, you're doing all this work, and then so you still have to do work, and you still have to know what was talked about, but you don't have to generate the idea of what happened. You didn't generate the idea of the thought of the
All right,
response.
but this is the thing. This is the
You-
thing,
you
right?
just got-
All you have to do is you ask the question. So there is some human ingenuity behind it.
No,
But then-
because ChatGPT designed the questions too.
No, she asked the question.
Oh, she asked
or
the
she
question.
made the statement, and you're responding to what she said.
Right.
So
But this is the thing.
so-
I mean, the day you go on the date, that day you are being you, but you've saved yourself weeks of stupid conversations, and you just get you just get the weekly report, the KPIs, and then
what do
on
you-
that day you are gonna use your creativity and your personality, using all the facts that you've collected in the last few weeks of research, and now you can lay it down properly, and now you have to do the job. Like now you do have to go in and do the acting and do the Brad Pitt and do the Robert Redford. You gotta do the thing. But you
But-
save yourself 2 weeks of bullshitting, like, oh, and what were your dreams? Oh, and where would you grow up? Oh, that really, and what happened? Oh, you were in band? Oh, that's cool. You play the tuba. Fuck.
You can play this too, but
oh,
Yeah, that's a little misogynistic these days.
no, that was what ChatGPT was telling me.
Oh,
in my ear.
ChatGPT was.
I haven't heard that. I wouldn't say that to
I wouldn't say that.
you wouldn't.
I'm respectful.
Yeah, I know. It's that. Sometimes ChatGPT suggests things like we gotta be like, hey, dude, chill.
Chill out,
chill
chill
out, chill out, cut.
No, but I
man.
think that okay. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, John? Because you're like drilling me with these questions. Like, what are you trying to get at? What are you afraid of?
We were trying to get at the fact that it's. I would say that there's a little bit more. There's a little bit more to it than just using ChatGPT for your own benefit. The fact that you're doing it, or that anybody does it, yeah, you're kind of taking a shortcut. It's allowing you to be more productive, if you want to call it that, because that's what it is. You're increasing productivity because you're reducing the time that you have to physically do the work of filling out the responses and like thinking. You're thinking less. So this is where I think, like, you're saying that, yeah, now is when you have to do the creativity, and now you have to be you, but you've been on autopilot for the past 2 weeks that you've been talking to this girl. You haven't really been responding. Yeah, you're getting a summary of what you just said in these past 2 weeks, but I don't think your emotion or your person is really truly invested in this situation, like in this person or in this scenario, and it might come off as disgenuine,
Why drive my car when I can walk everywhere? Why drive my car when I can walk?
I'm not sure how that relates though.
Well, you're skipping we had the technology to get rid of all of these mundane tasks, John. You don't have to walk anymore. You have these things that do these little simple things for you. I mean, you're using it in the context of dating, but like
I
with
mean,
other things like writing emails that you have to write an email over and over and over and over, you skip out having to do it yourself, and you have a system that can create a better response for you so that you can dedicate your time to more productive means. So I think it enables us to advance as a society.
Damn.
But where does it stop? Like,
he fucked you up right there, though.
You got the Chat GPT bot to do your emails. What do you do with the other time? What are you doing with the other time that you're not doing the emails?
You're closing the leads, or you're perfecting your golf swing.
You get Chat GPT to close your leads.
No, because
then
ChatGPT
you're
doesn't have the
swing?
charm. ChatGPT doesn't have the charm, the smooth head.
I think if anything, it has more of a smooth head or of a charm. It can because you can program it to, hey, look, as a charm motherfucker, answer these fucking emails and shit. You know, like you could program it to have that sort of thought process.
I don't know if it can do that. Can it do that?
Yeah, it can.
It can. You can type in like, I want a more aggressive sales pitch, or I want to be more casual in my tone of voice, and it alters the text.
You could also tell it, look, pretend you are a professional, pretend you're an engineer, pretend you're a person of like higher intellect.
Pretend you know things.
And then respond to said shit.
Okay.
Do any of you have it right now? We can ask it a pod topic and see what it comes up with.
Can you try to open it, John?
Do you have to pay for that?
No.
I don't know.
No, you can't. You don't have to.
How do you know you don't have to pay for that?
Because my friends use it.
Let's see.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, to be honest, I think you are making the point that maybe, we are not needed.
Like the more
maybe you are right. Maybe you are right. Maybe nothing matters, and at this stage, just fuck it up, like autopilot. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe some sort of what was Michael Jackson taking? Just the sedative that was really strong. Maybe get some of that shit and just call it quitties. You know. You know what I mean? Just that's it, bro. Stop paying your subscriptions.
It's over.
Oh shit! It's gonna be a wild ride, guys. I think the world that's coming.
Wasn't that the initial scare when we had the internet? That we weren't gonna think anymore. We never had to open a book. We had all the answers laid out for us.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I think at the end of the day, like I said at the beginning of the pod, I don't think this is gonna replace us. I think this is gonna change a lot of things. I think this is gonna replace a lot of mundane tasks. And because people are gonna know that this type of mundane tasks can be automated by bots, maybe companies and people are gonna stop doing this type of activities that are stupid to start off with, because they know that now people can sort of get around them by using these automated bots. You get what I'm saying? Like maybe they'll be concentrating on things that are more important, things that are more related to a human being, because they know that the human being could use Chat GPT or any AI to sort of circumvent the filters of the questions and shit.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure pretty soon you're gonna have the anti Chat GPT search, like a Chat GPT anti search, like so that like you can search through the document to see if AI was used to produce the document or something like that.
Damn.
Which is because that's happening now with college essays and submissions like that. You know, that they use Chat GPT to just do their homework.
I feel that.
You get back like a reply from the application. It's like, hey, should I reply to you or to the Chat GPT? It's like, oh, you can reply to me. That's fine.
Like they actually use Chat GPT. They're like, look, check if this document, if you submitted any information to this document or something like that. You know, like, and
okay, but then
will it snitch on itself?
That's the thing. This is the thing. I've also seen people use ChatGPT and it's woke. So it has it has its own, and it won't answer certain questions. Like it has its own things. Like
agenda?
It has its own agenda. So So be
Not
careful.
dangerous.
It's not a free for all, liberty, and the home of the brave. No, it's
The home of
whatever
the
I
brave.
think is cool.
So I have Chat GPT open. What do you guys want to ask it?
Ask it, what is a good topic for a podcast of three Latino 30-year-olds in Miami?
What is a good
Topic
topic?
for a podcast for three 30-year-old Latinos in Miami.
How'd you get it open? You have to sign up or something?
No, he just went to the site. You don't have to.
You don't have to put your credit card information?
No,
No.
no. You
But
asked
John will
it?
do it.
Yeah, be careful, John. John will put in his
I'm
password.
scared.
John will put in his password. It's creating the answer now.
Dude,
Oh, John's fucking mind blown.
it's already generated 10 topics.
Are you serious?
Oh,
Yeah.
Give me the first one.
Here are some podcast topics for 30-year-old Latinos from Miami. Latinos in Miami, a podcast that explores the experiences and perspectives of Latinos living in Miami, including cultural events, local businesses, and community issues.
Okay.
that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Miami food scene, a podcast that focuses on the diverse and delicious food scene in Miami, featuring interviews with chefs, restaurant owners, and food bloggers.
God damn.
Miami
More
music
professional
scene,
than what we are.
a podcast that explores the rich and vibrant music scene in Miami, featuring interviews with local musicians, DJs, and music industry insiders. Latino culture and identity, a podcast that delves into the complexities of Latino culture and identity, exploring topics such as language, heritage, and intersectionality.
All right. Okay, I get it. No, so I mean, the question that I really wanted to ask is, okay, so, because he's answering like types of podcasts that you could create,
Right.
Like, maybe more like topics,
Conversational topics
yeah, conversation topics
between three men.
between three 30-year-old men.
Conversational topics.
Between three heterosexual 30-year-old men.
That's
Who live at
sometimes
home.
experience FOMO.
Sometimes
Between three
30-year-old
30-year-old.
heterosexual cisgender males.
I mean, you're
Who have
assuming
known
a
each
lot
other
you're assuming a
for
lot by saying that they're all heterosexual.
Yeah, that is true. we're imposing.
Conversational topics between three 30-year-old men.
That's fine. Just put that. Just put that.
And then was that in who?
who are recording a podcast or
Yeah,
would
who are
podcast.
Who do a podcast together?
Who podcast together? Let's see that.
Let's see if you
As soon as it
understand.
says the last time when you put podcast, the first thing that what kept coming up was like interviewing people.
Okay. So
Is searching?
it's generating topics.
Okay.
But once
Data.
again, they're very, very generic. Very generic. It produced 10. Pop culture, current events, relationships, hobbies and interests, career and personal development, health and wellness, technology and innovation, food and drink.
Okay. What
Travel
if you put in
and social issues.
That's shit answers. What if you put like actually specific conversational topics? Can you go further?
Let's try that.
Because this is not doing anything. If you're trying to
specific
replace us, GPT,
Conversational.
this is not enough.
Mind you,
this
this
is-
is the free. This is the free version. I don't know if the upgrading to plus
You need
changes.
the plus to actually
Specific
get
conversational topics.
You need the plus to get the full experience. God damn it!
Oh, they make you pay for a better answer?
They give you the
Oh
shitty
shit!
answer.
I just wrote specific conversational topics, but then it went, oh yeah, specific conversational topics for 3 30-year-old men who podcast together. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't write the rest. And I can see it's learning who we are now.
It's
Fuck,
already-
I'm deleting this shit.
It's learning who we are. It's in my network.
I feel it in my veins.
Mom, shut the lights.
Mom, cut the lines.
We've been compromised.
The best. So look at what it started with. The best and worst things about being 30. Sports
Okay.
in the age of social media. Mental health for men. The future of work. Dating in the digital age. Traveling
all
with
of those.
friends. Celebrity culture and cancel culture. The impact of social media on relationships. The importance of financial literacy. And the power of pop culture.
Those are gangster topics. Now, okay, so this is okay. ChatGPT, now you're coming through. Okay,
Now
so
you're coming through. And now I'm even more scared. Fuck.
we've been breached.
Mom, put the hat on.
Mom, get the
Put your fucking
shotgun.
tinfoil hat on.
Get the shotgun.
Get the shotgun. Destroy all the computers. No. I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, it's
Get a
obviously
Fortnite.
it's obviously a useful tool, and we've been using it. I think Siri is the earliest version of AI that we've been using.
Serious.
Siri.
Oh, Siri. Oh, that is
Siri.
true.
So,
Yeah, I think.
and Alexa, Siri,
Yeah,
Alexa,
but like,
all the.
it can give you topics and it can help, like, give us topics that are cool to talk about, and that makes our life easier, like for people in different sorts of, worlds, like even business or whatever. But you still like we need to do this that we're doing now and find jokes or what we think might be funny or cool to say about things. ChatGPT cannot do that.
You gonna ask it to create a joke?
Okay, yeah, you could. Yeah,
Fuck. This is weird.
we've been compromised.
Mom, it's not a drill.
Do we have enough gas in the truck? We're going to Montana tonight.
Tonight.
Get up. Are you on your phone? Are you fucking serious?
Are you stupid? I told you we're compromised. He's doing. But did you just make a joke?
I said create a joke about 3 30-year-old men who podcast together.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, clearly it's not, but okay. Why did the 3 30-year-old men start a podcast together?
Why?
Because they realized that talking to each other was more entertaining than listening to their own inner monologues.
Okay. Another
Yeah.
joke?
No, they just created one.
Okay.
You might create more.
No, I think ChatGPT is different. It has its own ways.
Can
But
you
the topics were good.
give me a recommendation for a hotel in Mexico?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm thinking of work shit.
Which, by the way, Adrian, I know that you know things about the tourism and the beautiful of Mexico. Is there like, I think I want to go to a place where I'm in the same building. I have beach, I have alcohol, I have everything. One place. I don't go anywhere else.
Oh shit.
Is it that Mexico is your place?
Mexico, DR, Jamaica.
Jamaica. Oh, Jamaica.
Depends. Yeah, you pick the island, and then I'll find you the hotel.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
Or you
putting
don't
this.
need to
I'm putting
venture
this
out.
in the chat.
Unless you want to.
I want the cheapest one, but still
Mexico?
luxurious.
Why? Because they figured they couldn't make it as stand-up comedians. They might as well make each other laugh. They couldn't agree on which ones to
Because
believe in.
they wanted to prove that you can lose money without ever setting a foot in a casino.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, GPT's throwing fucking...
Yeah, he's like, oh, you want to talk a little shit?
Look at number 3.
Because they realized that drinking and talking about beer was more fun than actually brewing it themselves. What did the 3 30-year-old men say when their podcast hit 100 episodes? We must be doing something right. We still have at least 3 listeners.
Yo,
Damn.
ChatGPT's doing it dirty, bro.
Oh my God. Why did the 30-year-old men start a podcast about DIY home improvement? Because they figured if they couldn't afford to buy their own houses, they might as well talk about fixing them up.
Holy shit.
I didn't hear
All
no
right.
bell.
Yeah, I think
Damn.
I said I'm shutting it down.
They're shutting it down.
See,
Get off the phone,
respect-wise,
man.
ChatGPT.
Okay.
Put some respect on my name.
So I've gained a little bit of respect for ChatGPT. Those were some fire jokes. I like them. And we do have about 3 to 7 listeners. So,
You guys didn't see the noodle one? There's
No.
a noodle one. That's why when I saw that one, I was like, "What the fuck?" Hotel recommendations in Mexico.
Sure.
we finally have enough money to upgrade from instant noodles to ramen noodles. Well, we do want our first sponsor to be ramen noodles.
The
So, the broski
Yeah.
doodles, fire noodles. I only want to do spicy noodles.
spicy one.
Yeah. Like you have 3 levels of spiciness, but you got to start with at least a base level of spiciness.
Yeah, get that plain shit out of here.
Do I send it to you? Do I read it?
Yeah, read it.
Yeah, just read it. Does it have a list of hotels?
10. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Rosewood, Mayacoba, Playa del Carmen, Las Ventanas al Paraíso, Los Cabos, Hacienda San Antonio, Colima, Belmont Maroma Resort and Spa, Riviera Maya, Casa de la Cuesta, San Miguel de Allende, Hotel Esencia, Tulum,
Okay.
Hotel Matilda, San Miguel de Allende,
Beautiful pronunciation, by the way.
Nizuc Resort and Spa, Cancun, the San Regis Punta Mita Resort, Punta Mita,
Goddamn.
Punta Meta.
Punta
I like
Mita,
that. I like the
La punta mita, güey.
Punta Mita, Casa Velas, Hotel Boutique.
Oh, that's enough. That's enough. They ain't
Puerto
paying.
Vallarta.
They ain't sponsoring us. So, but okay. So he gives you its recommendations, which I'm
I wonder
curious
how
to
it's
know. Is it biased? Is it?
Yeah, I wonder if I can pay for that sort of placement
Oh,
so that I can recommend my hotel.
Oh shit! This guy is
I'm a dirty
talking
dog.
about bribing ChatGPT.
That is the other thing that's a problem. ChatGPT is owned by somebody. Somebody owns ChatGPT.
Yeah, ChatGPT is not an independent mind. It's compromised.
It's owned by Zoros
By Zoros.
and the Russians.
It's owned by
because,
Skynet.
because if you ask ChatGPT what are the best things to eat to stay healthy, it's gonna tell you what its opinion is.
Well, based on what?
Based on the research that it believes to be valid. So it is a slippery slope-ish because it's compromised, like literally, like no, it is though, like it's compromised because it's not an independent. Like you kind of almost want it to be an independent robot so that it doesn't have to serve anyone's interest, but then it would be Terminator because it would think on its own.
Yeah.
Cyborg.
It is still tied to whoever owns it. Damn, that's crazy. That's some like Stanley Kubrick shit.
Oof.
Chat GP bribes.
That's another one that I want to see. Space Odyssey. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I reviewed it. We could talk about it again. It's a weird one, but it's really beautiful, beautifully shot. You know, the cinematography is on top.
Cinematography.
Amazing. All right, well, we might never know if ChatGPT will conquer us. Maybe the 35th version of it, if we're still alive when it's taking over. But it is exciting times to be alive. It is, really interesting to see what's going to happen with it. And it was really interesting to see the things that we did with it today. The questions it answered, the jokes that it created. So I think it's interesting places that we're going. Let's see how it helps. Let's see if Adrian ends up being able to bribe it, and let's see how far we can take it.
John, wait. Put a conversation for a date. I want to see if it pulls a whole dialogue. Since we were talking about that potential use.
So you want me to like typical conversation of taking place during a date, or I don't know, like
I don't know. I don't know
a conversation topic. You want a conversation topic, or you want me to create a scenario?
Conversation topics
two adults
to get interest from a 35-year-old woman at a bar.
So what?
I'm going on a date with a 35-year-old woman. I need conversation topics.
And for the ones listening out there and that are maybe looking for an answer to this, maybe you're going out to a bar tonight and you're like, what can I say to this big booty Latina to get interest? Well, we're about to find out. And cut.
Sorry, guys, we're waiting on John.
Sorry,
ChatGPT is slow. It's not John. ChatGPT thinks he needs to first check the answers with George Soros.
How can we seduce a big booty Latina the fastest way possible?
And you're not rich.
Wait, you want me to change it again? No.
Just no. We're just adding suggestions. I mean,
what was the do you remember the book that we used to read?
Fahrenheit 451.
The Bible?
The one the pickup artist.
The game.
Yeah, the game.
You think because I'm thinking, I'm getting into baseball now. And in baseball, people sometimes get accused of cheating and of having electronic devices to be signal about the signals of the pitcher. But now one thing that they're doing is so that the catcher doesn't have to give signs to the pitcher. Instead, they have an electronic thing, and pretty much the pitcher just tells the catcher what he's going to throw. And that way nobody can see it. What about if you start using ChatGPT to find out what throw should I throw now based on statistics so that he will miss? And it's like, right now a curveball will be statistically the one that, imagine taking it to that place. And baseball is a game that takes advantage of statistics. So, or even in a casino, I have a 6-7. Should I shoot or not? ChatGPT is like, boom, 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 boom. No, don't do that. Look here, it has an agenda. So you asked it, John.
I asked it, pretend you're a pickup artist. I'm going on a date with a 35-year-old woman, and I'm looking for specific conversation topics. And then this is the response that it gave me.
I'm sorry, I cannot do that. As an AI language model, it is not ethical or appropriate for me to provide advice or guidance on pickup artist techniques or any other behavior that objectifies or disrespects individual. My purpose is to provide useful and helpful information while adhering to ethical and moral standards. Instead, I can suggest conversation topics that can help you get to know the person you're going on a date with and create positive and respectful interactions. Some examples of conversation topics would be hobbies and interests. Ask her about her hobbies and interests to get to know her better. What are her favorite activities to do in her free time? Work and career. Ask her about her work and career. What does she do for a living? Ask her about her travel experiences, food and dining. What are her favorite restaurants? Ask her about her favorite movies. Okay. And then at the end, remember the key to having a successful and enjoyable date is to be yourself and treat the person you are with respect and kindness. Avoid any conversation topics that might take the person uncomfortable or feel disrespected.
Fucking weird. I want the raw answers, ChatGPT. I don't want the filtered version.
I want the real thing, goddammit.
You gotta pay for the plus.
It's like if you want the raw, unedited version, you can sign up for ChatGPT Premium. You would pay for that shit. The real answer would be like, all right, let's get down to business. Tell her that you are going to, this and that, whatever.
Filters have been put in place for it to give you that whole speech on not objectifying and whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Plus is $20 a month.
Really?
Yeah.
And you get what if you pay?
It says available even when demand is high, faster response speed, and priority access to new features.
Okay, but nothing specifically different.
And you can create a chat box, right? And it creates it based on the first question, and then it starts learning from those questions.
If you pay, it gives you better results.
No, I'm telling you, like right now, free. Mm-hmm. I created the first question was, what is a good topic for podcasts for 30-year-old Latinos from Miami? So now it's learning that we're 30-year-old Latinos from Miami, and then we're also interested in like jokes. And then we're looking for hotel recommendations. That we're trying to pick up girls, and like that whole it's learning all that.
It's calling the FBI. It's like, hey, these guys are unethical. They think women are objects that you can just pick up. Get them.
Get them. We got them. We got the chat.
I'm gonna pay for the $20, and I'm gonna spend the day with my work questions. I'm gonna try and see what I can get and see if I can define some stuff for me.
Can you be my therapist?
Would that be bad? Like if my manager finds out that I asked it for a marketing strategy and the marketing strategy is actually good and it works and produces results? Or would they realize, okay, well then now you did that, now we realize that we don't need you?
No, because they need someone to execute it.
You can never say it that you did it. Like it can never be known that you use the service.
Right. You need to kill Chat GPT after you use it.
Well, would it be a bad thing to tell them like, hey, you could be doing this too for your own projects?
No, you have to be like, you have to
be 3 steps ahead. You have to be 3 steps ahead.
You have to just write it and hold on to it and never tell anybody.
And even if they come up like, oh, are you doing this with Chat GPT? And maybe we can start using you, like, hey, be careful with that.
Slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope.
You don't know what's real.
Compromise.
You don't know what's real. You don't know what's fake. It's all an illusion.
I gotta go.
All right, man. That was funny. All right, well, let us know what you guys think about ChatGPT. Has it worked for you this way? And yeah, what are some experiences that you've had? Maybe some guys like, bro, I became a CEO straight up with ChatGPT right now.
Straight up from rags to riches. From McDonald's last week.
I own my own franchise now.
It comes out on TV.
I own half a Domino's pizza.
I was skeptical at first about ChatGPT, but after using it for 3 simple weeks,
if you
I'm
buy
now the largest franchisee for McDonald's.
If you buy this course for $7.99, you will get the ChatGPT business introduction video. All right, we're out.
Peace.